The following podcast contains mature subject matter, adult themes, and may also contain profanity. You have been warned.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to The Absurd, a podcast of the absurd and about the absurd and maybe for the absurd, but you're not absurd. I am absurd and my name is Rod, and here is my co-host. She's also very absurd.
Hi, I'm Mel.
That's Mel, in case you didn't catch that. Thanks everyone for coming back. I hope you've been listening before today, and I hope you've been enjoying the show. But if this is your first one, I really hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, we hope you stick around, have some fun, eh? So,
Hey, clearly we're Canadian, could you tell?
Oh yeah, it's kind of force of habit. So, yeah, anything new in your life, Mel? Anything going down, going up?
You know, just living the dream.
Really?
Right? Isn't that what we're supposed to say?
I don't know. I'm not supposed to say
Yeah.
anything.
Well.
I'm not a tool
Hey,
of
but I
people.
heard you got some, a new pop to try.
What, the Crush birch beer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Well, because I was at the seafood store, and they had pineapple as well.
Yes.
And, but I saw birch beer. Crush is the label. Birch beer. I'm like, what the hell is that? Birch is a tree. So
it doesn't taste like trees, I promise you.
How do you know?
Because I've had it.
Have you had trees?
Probably.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think sarsaparilla is a plant.
Yes.
And that's basically root beer.
That's right.
So that's why I thought birch might be a thing. But anyway, yeah, I haven't tried it yet. But apparently you've had it before.
Oh man, I've had many cans of it. It's primarily in Newfoundland for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why you can't get it here. And then when you do see it here, it's like $2-3 a can.
Yeah, I don't even know how much it was. I just grabbed it.
Well, fair enough.
You know.
It's delicious. So whenever my mom and dad come from Newfoundland, they usually bring some in their suitcase.
Really?
Yeah.
What if the cans exploded?
Well, we haven't had that happen, so
That would suck.
it would really suck.
For them, it'd be hilarious for everybody else.
Yeah, kind of.
Not you,
I mean,
though.
I'd laugh.
Yeah, but then you'd have to do their laundry.
I'm not doing their laundry.
Well, they're at your
They're doing
house.
their own laundry.
At your house, that's nice.
Yeah.
Real cool.
Yeah.
What a daughter. Yeah,
But
well,
yeah, it's really good. So
well,
it tastes like root beer and cream soda mixed together.
yeah, that's interesting.
So good.
I haven't had cream soda in decades.
Mm.
Like, it's great flavor.
It is.
But if you're like, it's a hot day and you're really thirsty and you've been outside, like, I don't know, what do you call that?
Gardening?
Gardening or like, working with the cattle or something, and you're really, really thirsty. Like, oh my God, I could really go for a big cold can of
working with
cream
that cattle.
soda.
I just do that every day.
Because I was trying to think of a word. I almost called you something. Branding. That's what I mean. Branding cattle. Yeah.
Yeah. That's next weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Yeah, but cream soda is not what you want to go for. Like, if you're really thirsty.
No. It is good, but
It's sweet,
it's
dude.
so sweet.
Right. Well, anyway,
So
we'll
sweet.
split this can at break.
Break?
Yeah, well, sorry, I just did it. It pisses me off. I'll be cutting all this part out.
Yeah, it's good. I think you'll enjoy it.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. And like I said, I've never had it, so I bought it. What the heck? I'll try it.
Crushed lime is probably my favorite, though.
You
Also-
can get that around here. So I've seen it.
Yeah, it's few and far between again, but anyways.
But hang on to this. When I was doing some research today on where to buy the birch beer locally,
Yeah.
I saw a number of things saying it was discontinued. But apparently other companies also make a birch beer. Fanta makes a birch beer.
Yeah, I
Which
have
is Coke.
seen it. Yeah, and I couldn't tell you where it was now, but there was a brewery that we were at one point in time, and they made their own birch beer in-house.
With alcohol? Or no?
No.
Right, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for asking. Nothing too much new with me.
So, Rod,
Yeah.
how are you?
Oh, I'm okay, thanks. Yeah, nothing really much. I am cooking a beef brisket.
Oh.
So I got something, this is really brief. And I've dubbed it the mini dumb, D-U-M-B.
I know many.
Do you? Are they small people?
Yeah.
Are they actually minis? Cool. So you know the musician Nicki Minaj?
Ugh. Yes.
Oh.
Sorry, I did the. Ugh.
I gather you're not a fan then.
Eh.
I couldn't tell you one of her songs. Not a clue.
Yeah.
I will go out on a limb anyway and say that I'm not going to like her music.
You won't.
Right. But
You won't.
whatever. You know, people who
Yeah,
do,
hey,
fantastic.
Go for it.
Totally. Anyway, I just saw a meme of this, and I did verify that it is a news story. Pop musician Nicki Minaj, she's been leading a moment of silence at her shows in the UK and United Kingdom for her, quote, dear friend, Princess Diana. And Nicki Minaj, who was born in Trinidad and moved to Queens, New York at the age of 5, was 14 when Diana died. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go out on a massive limb and say Nicki Minaj never met, let alone knew, Princess Diana.
Yeah.
You can't be friends with
No.
somebody if you've never spoken with them or
No.
met them.
No.
Why does I hate that
so
shit?
So peculiar.
Well, and it's pretentious.
You think?
Like, if you say,
Yeah.
like, I really respect and I really like her, totally cool.
Sure, yeah.
You can do that from afar. Hell, tens of millions of people around the world did about Princess Di. Fair play.
Yeah.
But your
How old
dear...
is she?
Who?
Do we know?
Who?
Prince.
Nicki Minaj?
Yeah. Did you say how old?
Well, she was 14. She was born in 82.
Oh, she was. Okay.
Yeah, so she's 42 now.
Got it. Okay.
Right? But it's
That's
never
good
matter. God. And you know, fans are going to be like, oh, isn't that sweet, her dear friend? And I'm like, morons.
Moron.
She never met her. Fuck. Anyway.
And if she did, again, she's 14. I don't remember people I met when I was 14.
Well, I do, but I mean, like, okay, well, for example, at my university commencement, the graduation ceremony, the, I don't know what you call him now, but anyway, the chairman of the university, that's not the right word, but it was Bob Ray, who had been the previous premier, and then later an MP. And when I was shaking his hand, I'm like, it's an honor, Mr. Ray. He goes, the honor's mine, Mr. Martin. I'm like, wow. Right? But is he my friend? No, man.
That's
Like,
how
I
besties-
guarantee you that
Did
if
you
I
make him a
ran into him, like,
bracelet?
hey, do you remember that time at graduation? Be like, get the hell away from me. That's what he'd be doing. He'd probably karate chop me in the throat. You
I'd
know?
love to be there for that.
Would you?
Yeah, I would.
You'd back me up. Never mind. Let's
Yeah,
move along.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just thought that was particularly lame.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to begin today?
Yeah, go for it.
Do you want to start with the heavy thing or the light thing?
Let's get the heavy thing over with. We had a few light ones. Let's throw it on me.
Oof. All right. So, this story, well, it's not a story, it's an article. It's entitled, African Man Lets Hyena Eat His Genitals Because a Witch Doctor Said It Would Make Him Rich.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I love where this is going already.
Do ya?
This is
Yeah.
not very heavy. This is hilarious.
If
Go
you
ahead.
say. A man has been left without his genitals and with 3 missing toes after a witch doctor told him that losing his body parts would make him rich. The man from Malawi has been hospitalized in Zambia near the Malawi border after he allowed the hyena to eat off his manhood. I like that term.
Man.
The man told the Times of Zambia, obviously a newspaper, yesterday that he was promised by a witch doctor that by sacrificing his body parts he would become rich. I met some business persons who told me the best way to become rich was to sacrifice parts of my body, he told the paper. So at around 4 a.m. the man went into the Zambian bush. He said, I was instructed to be naked, and a hyena came to me and started eating my toes, and eventually my manhood was eaten. What, do you just stand there? Ow, that hurts. You know, Jesus. He said that...
Get out of there after it started eating your toes. And
Once
you're
a
like,
hyena
that
was
hurts.
in within, like, I don't know, 100 feet of me, I'd be running the hell out of there. He said that the witch doctor did not make it clear that his body parts would be lost. Yet, despite the horrific ordeal, the man admitted he was still hopeful of becoming rich. Well, who the hell isn't?
Oh, my Lord.
All right. Even if I have lost some important parts of my body, I still want to get rich, he said. The Malawi man has been living and working in Zambia for the past 4 months. The hospital described the man's condition as stable and said that he had been brought to the hospital by police officers.
Wow.
Right, so let's never mind for a moment the body parts that were lost, the specific body parts.
Right.
Like, even if somebody, I was just going to say, even if somebody said, if you let a hyena eat my finger, I'll be rich. Still, I'm not in love with the idea.
No.
Like, it could have my baby finger off my left hand.
Sure.
But we better be talking rich proper, like, not Malawi rich.
Right.
Where I live rich.
Right.
Right, I don't want $10,000.
No, that's not going to get you
Even
a car.
$100,000.
I'll barely buy you a car.
Give me $1 million. Yeah, you know, whatever.
Even that.
Well, I could just go like this and wag my finger at you, but people wouldn't even know I was wagging my finger at them. Right? So there's an upside. I could hide things in my gloves, like in that finger.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
What would you hide, though?
Smarties.
Smarties?
Yeah, or little candies, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't thought about it. But, you know, so the guy said, well, they didn't tell me how I would get rich. Like, I'd want that shit ironed out.
Yeah.
Okay, so my getting my toes and my dick eaten off by a hyena, how does it work? Like, I want absolute evidence that this is going to work.
Just money just drops.
Yeah.
Disappears.
Like, when I'm rolling around in absolute pain, am I going to go, oh my God, look at that big pile of money by the rock? That wasn't there before. And he didn't know his body parts would be lost. Well, what did you think was going to happen?
Yeah,
They grow back?
Yeah. Wow. You know, he almost deserved to have it eaten off.
Well,
if you're that stupid, then, hey, you know?
Well...
Look, what goes through people's minds? I just don't understand
this
that.
here, to me, demonstrates the great distinction between belief and science.
Right.
Okay.
That's a lot. That's a lot, though.
Well, you're getting onto a slippery slope there, sister. Well,
That's
really.
something.
I mean, what's believable and what's not? That's pretty subjective.
Sure.
Like, I can sit here, and I am, in my mind, thinking this guy's a complete bonehead.
Right.
But I didn't grow up in Malawi.
Right.
You know, why is there witch doctors?
Right.
They obviously serve some purpose, and people go to them. This guy's like, hey, how can I get rich? Well, you gotta let your genitals be eaten by a hyena.
There's a great song called Witch Doctor.
You talking about the old 50s one with the
No.
chipmunks in it?
No.
God, I want to hear it then. Maybe later.
Techno song.
Don't sing it, because we'll get sued. Not that. Never mind. So yeah, that's how that is.
Wow, that's interesting.
It's something.
Yeah.
Well. No, I can't make the joke. Can't do it.
No.
You got anything for us?
Yeah, all right.
Lay it on me.
I got something.
Let's do it.
Well, there is the world's food. Let's try that again. World first tooth regrowing drug will be given to humans in September.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
Yeah.
This is cool.
I'm not sure why it said September because it says a different date.
Well, I think that's when they're giving the drug, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
Like they're going to start it or something?
Yeah.
Like a trial?
Yeah, maybe. Anyways. But apparently, so this is going to start growing new teeth in humans.
Mm-hmm.
It's a trial. So let's start with that. It's the world's first human trial. Human trial. Of the drug that can regenerate teeth will begin in a few months. Less than a year from the news of its success in animals. This paves the way for medicine to be commercially available as early as 2030. So you could just like go to your local drugstore and buy some drugs to grow your teeth.
Well, I mean, it'd probably become prescription, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But
yeah, maybe.
Wow.
It's like, multivitamin. Just add it into the multivitamin.
Whatever. Like, this is fantastic, man. This is huge fantastic.
The trial is taking place from September to August and will treat 30 males aged 30 to 64 who are missing at least one molar. The intravenous treatment will be tested for its efficiency on humans after it successfully grows new teeth in ferrets and mice with no significant side effects. So I don't know about this.
What?
So I have so many questions. Like, how does it know to grow a tooth in your mouth and not, like, out of your ear or something?
Well, I don't know. I won't even begin to pretend I understand the science of it.
Yeah.
Not a clue. But I don't know. Like, how do other meds know what to do? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And
so apparently, following this 11-month first stage, the researchers will then trial the drug on patients aged 2 to 7 who are missing at least 4 teeth.
Right.
Due to a congenital tooth deficiency.
Right.
Which is estimated to affect 1% of people. They're recruiting for this now. If you have some young children you just want to give a trial drug to,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways. So in the ferrets that they tested, they were growing new teeth, and it also strengthened the bone in the existing set. So I guess you won't lose more?
Yeah, maybe that's what it means.
Yeah. So if successful, this therapy could be available to patients with any permanently missing teeth within 6 years. So you've lost a tooth, and you can just go get a pill, and it'll grow a new one.
Well, it's not
science.
actually saying that, isn't it? It's an intravenous.
Well, they start with the drug, and then they're going to try an intravenous option.
Right, but the intravenous is more involved, obviously, than a pill.
Right.
You're not hooking yourself up to an IV probably at home.
No.
I mean, you could do.
Probably
but
not.
You'd need some schooling on it. You'd need to be shown how. You know how to do this, don't you? Oh, shit, no problem.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ, that was it.
Just pop it in.
Right. But what is it? What you sound like you're dubious, or you question this in some way.
I don't know.
Why?
Like, I mean, you try it on ferrets and mice.
Uh-huh.
And they grow teeth.
Uh-huh.
And then you're like, hey, let's throw a human in the mix. Let's see what happens.
Well, they would be able to determine if there is any drastic side effects. And the reason they use mice isn't simply because we view mice as expendable. It's because they have systems that are very close to ours.
Right.
Same with pigs for treatment of human skin. Because pig skin is very close to our skin.
Really?
Yes.
I actually did not know that.
Yeah, so it's the similarities that's why they use certain animals. I mean, but imagine here for a second, if you wouldn't have to go back in human history terribly far, where if you lost your teeth, you're done. You're dead.
Yeah.
You can't eat.
Yeah.
Then what do? You're gonna get somebody else in your tribe or in your hunter-gatherer clan to chew your food for you and spit it. Well, like really?
Like baby bird.
You would need them to do it. Otherwise, you would be dead.
Yeah.
And it's still, I mean, even in the 20th century, like if you had, again, dentistry's by no means my area of study, but if you're losing your teeth, they're ripping them out.
Yes.
That's it. And then you got some ultra shitty dentures, if you could afford them.
Yes.
That every bit of food would stick in between.
Yep.
That would never stick to your gums well, and they'd fall out of your mouth. No, but, if this is a way for people to live a better life, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool thought.
It's
a cool thought, because I know, like, with my daughter, she will have issues with her teeth, and, I mean, she does now, and it will get progressively worse as she ages. It's just part of her condition.
Yeah.
So, I've seen it in other family members, where they lose their teeth.
Yeah.
They're just not strong, and it's just what happens. So they don't really have any teeth in their mouth. So this would be great for her, but I'm not jumping on
well, I mean, if you're thinking, oh no, I'm not going to volunteer my kid for trials. No, fine, I wouldn't volunteer either.
Or myself, for that matter.
Well, saying that, I think I mentioned in another podcast how if it weren't for ethics, well, let's put it this way. Health and medical science disgustingly owes a great deal to the Nazis and the Japanese of Second World War.
Mm-hmm.
They absolutely did unspeakable, unforgivable, inhumane things to people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? That cannot be justified.
No.
In any way, shape, or form. Sadly, or I suppose it's not a silver lining, but of sorts, some of the research they gleaned from that ended up benefiting humankind.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't get to test willy-nilly on people because it's not fair. Like who the hell's going to volunteer? Well, we want to see how much radiation you can withstand.
Yeah.
Nobody's volunteering for that.
No.
Right, so you can't do it on a human.
Mm-hmm.
And so my thinking is that if it's progressed to the stage where they're testing 30 dudes, interesting why they're dudes. I wondered when I read that why they're all men.
Yeah.
It's got to be pretty safe. Like, it may not work.
Right.
But as far as side effects, I bet you there's almost none.
I was just going to say that. As long as there's no side effects, then I guess it's okay. I mean, that they know of. Like, imminent side effects.
Sure, but I mean, as soon as you learn one thing, it can help you understand other things that you didn't even hit upon,
Yep.
Like, learning everything is not linear,
Mm-hmm.
right? Not everything happens in a straight line.
Yeah.
So, like I said, over the past 100 years, we've learned this, and this.
Mm-hmm.
We've now known, okay, well, this kind of drug will not cause this kind of problem.
Right. Yeah.
It just won't.
Yeah.
So if that drug is part of something else, it's probably safe to use. Whether it's effective.
All right, I'll get you some. Are you missing any teeth?
Hell yeah.
Are you?
Aren't you?
No.
You suck. We'll work on that. No, just kidding. It's going to be a beatdown. That's good for you. Yeah. I won't get into the hows.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
but,
whatever.
Huh?
Whatever.
No, I was talking about why I'm missing teeth.
No, you
don't
said
worry.
How you're going to punch me in the face.
No, I'm actually not going to punch you.
Okay.
No,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, bank on that not happening.
Okay, I appreciate that.
So anything else on that?
No, that's pretty much it.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I saw that myself. I thought that was a
So,
fantastic story.
Yeah, so wait for it. 6 years.
Yeah, I saw that 2030 is when it's expected to be sort of in full out there.
Yeah.
So I have another story here. Prepare yourself.
I'm prepared.
For the title.
Okay.
Korean man spotted having sex with a pink Tesla.
As everybody should.
I haven't thought about it.
You are now.
I will. I absolutely will be. And I might go for a little walk later on and have a little look for a Tesla.
Okay.
I think little Fiat 500s are little cuties too.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Mm-hmm.
Do they come in pink?
What about Kias?
They're okay. Yeah, whatever. Not big pickup trucks because I don't like them.
No.
Okay, so in a disturbing incident that has left many people shocked, a man was caught engaging in inappropriate behavior with somebody's pink Tesla car. The incident took place on May 18th at the Hyundai department store in Ilsan, obviously in South Korea. According to the victim's husband, his wife witnessed the man kissing and touching her car for 3 hours before fleeing when she approached to get into the vehicle. This guy kissed my wife's car. He fingered it for 3 hours. And ran off only when my wife approached to get in the car.
Wow.
It's an interesting term because when I first saw that, I'm like, where do you do that? Like the exhaust? Of the grill?
I don't.
Me neither, but I have questions. I won't lie.
So many.
Following the bizarre incident, the couple attempted to report it to the police, but they found that unfortunately there was no specific charge that could apply to the weird situation. Feeling hopeless, the husband decided to share the story in a cafe site on May 18th. The site is considered Korea's largest Tesla community. He even asked if the couple should consider taking off the pink wrapping around the Tesla in case it helps prevent mechanophiliacs, a paraphilia involving sexual attraction to machines like cars, from ever doing something similar to their car in the future. He ended the disturbing story with, "Maybe it'd be best to remove the pink wrapping. I wonder if it was triggering to mechanophiliacs, like sexy lingerie or something." It's not even in the same league, right? The lingerie is enhancing the appeal of the woman, from my perspective. Right?
Yeah.
God. This disturbing incident follows a similar one that occurred just weeks earlier in late March. In that case, a different man was observed engaging in sexual activity with a white Audi. Recorded footage exposed the man on top of the car's hood, rubbing himself against it before doing the same to the car's front fender. Both situations have sparked heated responses online, with netizens bewildered that these, quote, disgusting incidents could be turning into a disturbing trend.
Ooh, a trend.
Well, it's hardly the first trend out there, is it?
Yeah. Car sex.
Well, I suppose it's... I was going to say it's a victimless crime.
Well, yeah.
Depends. Depends what they do to the car.
I mean...
Well, no, but I mean, if they put a dent in it or something... Don't let your mind flow.
I can't help it. I had so many questions.
Why a car, though?
I don't know.
Like, I mean, granted, human sexuality is pretty... Wow.
I mean, everyone can have their things. But
sure.
That one's peculiar. I'm not sure what about a car is sexy. Like a car, okay, a car can be sexy, sure. But not in the way that I'm like, ooh.
Maybe you just haven't explored it. Maybe you haven't met the right car.
Maybe. Maybe that's it.
Like, so if I understand, like, a paraphilia is, again, neuroscience is not my area of expertise. I think I can spell neuroscience, but other than that. And I think it usually happens young, where the brain kind of makes an erroneous association between something, inanimate object or what have you, and pleasure, usually sexual pleasure.
Okay.
Right? Not to be confused with fetishes. That's different. Don't ask me what the difference is, because I don't know. But I know it's different. So it says
here for paraphilia.
Oh, God.
Are persistent and reoccurrent sexual interests, urges, fantasies, or behaviors of marked intensity, involving objects, activities, or even situations that are atypical in nature.
Right. So having a sexual attraction, affinity, whatever, for something that is completely unrelated to anything sexual, like a car.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
A common one in fetish would be like a shoe fetish. But that's almost semi-understandable in that, let's supposing you're a heterosexual man, and you associate it with the kind of women that wears that shoe.
Right.
Like, I'm not saying... Like,
there's a lot of foot fetishes.
Oh, 100%. So. And the term fetish is a little offside, because it's a little blemished.
Sure.
And again, there's nothing wrong with having paraphilias. They're super, super, super common. Mm-hmm. Whatever they may be.
Right.
Some of them are, like all things, just more bizarre than other things. Right. Anyway, apparently dudes... I wonder if any women have sexual things for cars. Actually, no, definitely no. No. But there probably is. Why wouldn't there be?
I mean, maybe.
Why wouldn't there be? Like, why...
Maybe.
A human brain's largely a human brain. We have immeasurably more things in common than we do different.
Right.
Yeah. Thank God for those differences.
Yeah.
From my perspective, anyway. So hopefully this doesn't become a trend.
Oh, well, I don't really want to be walking down the street and seeing...
Don't you, though?
Doing that to a car.
Don't you?
No.
Come on, just
not really.
Think about it for like 5 seconds. You wouldn't be like, that's fucking cool. or whatever. It's true. It's a verification. It's true.
Yeah. Okay. Well, all right.
Yeah.
At least one time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't want it to be like, oh, Christ. 20 people
Here
out
we
here
are again.
having to go with their cars.
Like an orgy car.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Huh.
I wonder if that's a thing.
It
You could have like more than one.
could be. I was just thinking a lot of people in the same car.
Oh.
Yeah. Be a good name for a B movie. Orgy car.
Orgy car.
Yeah, so that's what's going on in South Korea.
That was something.
I have a friend. My friend Scott lives in South Korea. He has for like 20 years.
Oh, yeah?
I should ask him if he's ever seen this thing going on. You know?
You should.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
I will.
All right, do it. And if he does, he can come on and tell us.
Well, he's in South Korea. But he could come on. We'd have to get up really early. Hang on a second. Computer, what time is it in South Korea?
In South Korea, it's 6:44 a.m.
Woof.
We could do it.
It's 14 hours ahead. No, it's 13 hours ahead.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so if we wanted to do
Like
it...
if we did it like later at like 8 p.m.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, it's possible.
No, I'll talk to him. And especially if if he's seen it, we definitely got to have him on there.
Yeah.
You know? Hopefully he's not one of the ones doing it.
If he is.
Be awkward. I'll broach the subject delicately.
Okay.
Yeah, so anything else at all? Anything
That's
else
it
you
for
wish
today.
to say?
I think we've covered it all.
Well, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you everyone for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it. Mel's going to give you some info on how you can help us, and we sure would appreciate it if you could.
So you can reach us at on Instagram at _absurd_podcast. You can check us out there, or you can look us up on Facebook with The Absurd. Just look for the weird lady with the bag on her head. And it is not me. It is not me. That's how rumors start, you know.
I know.
Yeah, so DM us, send us a message. If you have anything you want us to talk about, you have some cool stories, let us know.
Or just to say hi.
Or just to say hi. Yeah, if you've seen anyone ever making out with a car, yeah, we want to know about it. So send us.
Yeah.
We'll give you a shout out.
And if you listen to us on Spotify or Amazon Music, whatever your preferred platform is, give us a follow, please. And we do ask that you give us a 5-star review. That helps us turn up in the search results of people who are on there. And like we're new to this, but we like doing it.
Yeah,
and
absolutely. Share it. Tell your friends.
Yes, please.
Show everyone.
Yeah, even people you don't like.
Yeah, on the street. Be like, hey, have you heard?
Why don't you try listening to this podcast instead of having sex with cars? That's what you should tell them.
Yes.
Yeah,
done.
It's more productive. Way more productive. All right. Thanks again, everyone, and we will see you soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
The Absurd Podcast is written, produced, and recorded by Rod and Mel. Music by Audionautics.com.